Welcome, everyone. My name is Sarah Ray from the Bloomfield Public Library. Thank you for joining us for our credit program tonight. This is our third program in a four-part series with Liberty Bank this summer. And we hope you will join us next month when we talk about home buying. Tonight we have Silvia here, and I'm going to turn the mic over to you, Silvia.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Silvia and I work for Liberty Bank. I'm an outreach officer, and today we're going to be talking about credit. So thank you so much for joining. Credit is one of my favorite topics because, no matter what stage you are in your life, it is very important. It could be that you're just building credit, or maybe you need to build your credit to purchase a home, or you have different goals. So it's a very important topic, and I enjoy discussing it. So to begin, building your credit history can affect your access to credit, loans, jobs, housing, insurance, and other important services. It could affect if you're going to rent an apartment. The landlord can check your credit to make sure that you have been responsible in the past. Same thing goes for employment. I actually had my credit checked before being hired for the job that I do now. So it really could affect even like your cell phone, like it says your insurance, and there's so many other things that you may apply for. So for some definitions, what borrowing means, a lender provides you money and you must pay it back, usually with interest. Credit is the ability to borrow money, and debt, I misspelled that. Debt, it should be DEBT. I apologize. That is money you owe a person or a business.
Hey, Silvia, your
Yes.
slides aren't changing if you had moved them. We still see the front slide.
Oh,
We didn't see your
no.
typo, so
Can you see it?
no. Oh, your mouse looks, I don't know, stuck. I know you advanced it and when we were setting it up, but
Yeah, I was moving earlier. Let me see. Um, hmm. Do I end and start over?
yeah, I was thinking maybe hit escape and then you can go back
Okay,
in
let's see.
or stop sharing in Zoom. And then
Yeah, thank you for letting me know.
I'm like, I know she has information she's reading.
Yeah, I'm reading it. Okay, well, resume share. No,
Okay,
begin
yep.
slideshow.
Yeah, we see the 7-Eleven.
Oh,
Okay, there you go.
I
Good.
gave them one. Okay, awesome. All right. Well, thank you for that. Sorry about that. All right. So, yep, this is the slide that I was referring to with the definitions. Um, this is so a credit score is the score that you are given based on your credit history. It's a score that could be, well, based on the FICO. The FICO is one of the models that is used for your credit score. There is other models. FICO is the model that a bank will use if you're looking for like a home loan or to get a car loan. It's usually the model that we go by. So it could be anywhere from 300 to 850. 300, of course, being the lower number, and as you move up, it you can see the improvement. So that's an example of that. Here is a question. I'll give you a moment to guess what the answer is. I think it showed earlier, so I apologize. But what is the national average FICO score? Okay, there it is. So the answer is 711 is the national average FICO score. What is the number one thing you can do to increase your credit score? Will the chat be open to try to answer these questions, or do we just
Yeah, we got
continue?
one question. One answer says pay bills on time.
Oh, nice. All right. Any other guesses? Oh, yes, it's 7-Eleven. Pay bills on time. Awesome. Let's see. The answer is pay your bills on time. That is correct. All right, let's see. Nice job. All right, so this is the 5 factors that make up your credit score. So the majority of it, the most important is your payment history, and that makes up 35% of your score. 30% of it is amounts you owed. So how much debt you're in, so how much you owe on your credit card or how much you have left to pay off on your loan. 15% is the length of your credit, how long you have had that loan or that credit card. Credit mix, meaning it's also good to have a mixture of credit. So you could have a credit card, a car loan, a home loan, other things. Is good to have a mixture of all. It all makes up for it and it all looks good on there. Obviously, just be responsible and pay on time. And also new credit will also show and make up your credit score, and it will show on your credit report. Another question, how often should you check your credit report? Do you think it's monthly, before making a purchase, annually, or you never have to check it, the bank will do that for you? Any guesses? We have one.
We have one. One guess for monthly. Oh, two guesses for monthly.
Okay. All right, let's see what the answer is. It's annually. So you should check it annually. You should always make sure that everything that's on your credit report is accurate, of course. Sometimes there could be mix-ups. Sometimes it could show something negative on there that maybe you didn't realize you had. So for example, I have heard of situations where someone may share the same name as a parent, and sometimes those reports can get mixed up and you might have something on there that didn't even belong to you. So that's definitely something that could happen. Maybe you had an old bill that you forgot about and you thought you paid it, or maybe you did pay it and the information was never updated and it's still showing on your credit report. That things like that could happen. So it's always good to keep an eye on it and check it. You don't have to check it monthly. I would say you would check it monthly if there's something maybe that you're monitoring or maybe that you're working on having removed, and things like that. But for regular basis, it should be annually. Let's see. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm having a little difficulty with all the different little pop-ups I have here. All right, the right to a free credit report. So we talked about how often you should check your credit report, but how can you check it? So you are able to get one free credit report every 12 months from each nationwide credit reporting agency. So the agencies are, whenever you pay on any of your loans, for example, it gets reported to these credit agencies. So they will have your credit history and your credit report with all that information on there. So you're able to get one free credit report from each of those. So every time you get one, you don't have to get one from all three. You could pick one to get it from, or maybe you could even do it if you want to do it quarterly in the year. You could also do that. So you could get one credit report from each of the agencies. We recommend if you don't get it from them directly, you could go to you could either go to them directly or you could use this website that we recommend, annualcreditreport.com, and you can get your free credit report there. We tell you to be careful with imposters because there will be a lot of services offering you to provide you with your free credit report. And we don't recommend it because you could get it for free from that website. And also some of them will say it's for free, but then possibly like be selling your information. I hear a lot of people say that they use Credit Karma, and that's not something that we recommend because they say you're not paying for it, but they're not a nonprofit organization, so they are profiting in other ways by possibly selling your information. So definitely be careful for advertisements. Was there another question that came up?
Nope, there's nothing in there. Somebody else just joined, so we're good.
Okay, perfect. So let's see, other advertising free credit reports. Yep. So yeah, we covered that. All right. So what kind of information is on your credit report? So you'll see that it includes your identifying information. So you'll see your name on there, your address, what debts you have, and bills that you have. It won't show your regular utility bills or your cell phone bills on there. It will only show or be reported to your credit report if you're not paying them on time, but you won't see just like your regular payments there. um, public um, public record information. It could show. It won't show like if you have a ticket for running a red light or something, but it'll show if maybe you have things that are past due, or like if you owe, for example, like on child support, and you have like a court date, it may and like court orders, it may show on there. It'll also show your applications for your new credit or other inquiries. So whenever you go into and apply and someone runs your credit, if you're applying for a new credit card or loan, it will show those inquiries on there. So we talked about how you can get your credit report, but there are other ways that you can see what your credit score is. And this is an example of what it may look like. A lot of banks now or credit card statements have this available in your online banking, and this may be what it looks like. It'll show you what your score is. It gives you some information on what affected the number, if anything changes or anything changed on there, it'll help you monitor it, and it'll have different tools. So definitely check to see if you're currently banking somewhere. Definitely see if they offer that feature, because it is a helpful tool if you have a goal that you're working on, or you just want to keep an eye on your credit score. So that's an example of that. Ways to build your credit. Another thing that I definitely recommend, to go into the banks and ask questions to see what services are offered to build your credit. A lot of times you would hear about like a secure loan, a secure credit card, where you put money towards a credit card and make payments on it monthly, and that helps you build your credit in case you're not able to qualify for a regular credit card. That is an option. But this is a credit builder loan that we offer, and I'm sure other banks offer as well. But the way that it works, it helps to build your credit. You don't have to put the majority of the money down in one shot like a secure credit card. You contribute to it monthly, and you have a savings goal of either $500 or $1,000 that you're contributing to it. So the money that you pay on it every month, it goes into a CD, and you're saving that money in a CD. And every time you contribute to that savings, that payment that you're making, that contribution, gets reported to your credit bureaus. So it looks like a positive payment. So you're building your credit at the same time as saving money. And at the end of that program, you get to keep the money that you saved, and you get to keep the interest that you earned because it went into a CD. So it's very good program. I recommend it. It doesn't run your credit either when you're applying for it. So if you're afraid that you'll get denied, that's not the way that this program works. It's really just supposed to be a positive thing for you, to save money and to build your credit. I have to hide this again. Here we go. So this is a few other examples of how you could build your credit. So I mentioned the getting a secure credit card, checking to see or learning more, or applying for a credit builder loan. You could become an authorized user on an account. You can, I would say, maybe not do it with a friend, but someone that you trust, become an authorized user on the account. That way it could help you build the credit. Um, you could even do that for someone. I don't recommend you do it for a friend or anyone, but maybe if you have a child or a teenager at home that you want to help them start building their credit, you could add them as an authorized user, even if you don't give them a card to use for themselves. It could help build their credit by you using it and you making the payments on there. Building a credit could also be getting a co-signer, someone that could be on there with you to help you build your credit or to help you be approved for the loan. Apply for a credit card at a store, at a gas station. You could start off small, make small purchases and just make a payment, try to pay it off, or if you can't pay it off, at least make a minimum payment towards that balance. I do recommend to try to use it every month so that you could have a positive report every month. Another way to build your credit is by making a large down payment and negotiate a loan for the balance. How do you maintain your credit? You could pay bills on time and as agreed. Continue to pay down your debt and balances. Use a little credit as little credit as possible compared to your credit limit. So what I mentioned, like if you have a credit card, try not to use over 30% of it. That's a positive thing for your credit. So use as little of it as possible. Check your credit reports and regularly dispute any errors. So like again, just keeping an eye on everything and making sure that everything is accurate. Keep good financial records. Earlier when we were talking about credit reports, sometimes things can show on your credit report, maybe if you already paid something and it just didn't update and it's still showing like you didn't pay for it. So it's always good to keep a record of things that you have paid for, any like medical bills or anything that you paid off. Try to keep a record of it so that if it does come up, you have proof or documentation that you could submit for that dispute. And also, it's not a good idea to apply for too much credit at a time. To maintain a good credit, you want to show that you are responsible. So if don't apply like at every store, like when they offer you like the discounts, like don't apply for everything. And other ways to get your credit scores. I know we talked about the banking app, how it may show your credit score. The other ways that you can see what your credit score is through nonprofit organizations, your credit card statement or your financial institution website or customer service. They're able to provide you the score. Another way to get your score is you have a right to a score. So if, let's say, you apply for something and you get denied, you have a right to ask what your credit score was that they used to provide that decision that they gave you. So whenever your credit is ran, they should be able to show you what that score was. Or you could go directly to myfico.com to get your credit score, or you could go to the other one that we didn't mention, but the other one would be a Vantage Score, and you could go straight to their website as well to get your credit score. And also the 3 nationwide credit reporting agencies, they're able to provide the credit score as well. Oh, and that's the end of that. So just a couple questions, after the information that was provided, is there one thing that you want to work on? Something that you may want to check on, maybe checking your credit score, anything that you may want to take action on? Or who will you tell about your planned action? Who will you share it with on what you want to work on next, what your goals are. And if do you need any information from me, I would like to add my email address to share with you in case you have any additional questions that I could help you with, or anything about banking, any products, or anything based on the information that we discussed.